this off just to talk about the UN, specifically during Climate Week very recently, and Greta and her remarks and her comments really, I mean, to say she challenged the business world is definitely an understatement. How dare you? That's definitely more than a challenge. What do you think the impact is that this teenager is having on our conversation around climate change and our conversation around the environment in general?
I guess the question is the alarm there? Is the crisis there? And the answer is yes.
So if you look at the SDGs very broadly, what are we trying to accomplish with these SDGs? What is the hoped for outcome?
By missing the SDGs, we're leaving millions to die unnecessarily and heading towards a world that just isn't sustainable, which will have dire consequences for future generations.
So the SDGs, and you've made the case for the importance of them. We're looking at 2030 to have this accomplished. That sounds pretty aggressive to many folks. So in terms of where we are now and the work that we have to do over the next 10 years, how can we get on track to accomplish these? You said that right now, no country has really been able to accomplish all of them. So how can we get on track?
Today, we have enough money to achieve the SDGs. The amount of money needed is enormous. It's about 4.5 trillion per year. But it's not for lack of money. It's more for how we channel the money towards the SDGs. And that's the focus of many discussions.
So at the end of the day, these are things that they can do. The pension funds can move in that direction. These firms can move in that direction. Why should we really care? Why should they care enough to want to be creative and rethink how they use the funding?
There's now been a number of studies that are saying that you can create positive returns. There have been arguments in the past that doing good in a investment portfolio doesn't necessarily generate alpha. That position has been disproven. There's been over 2,000 studies. People are waking up to sustainability. They want sustainable products. There are big thematics around millennials and women that care about this stuff. And so from a business point of view, there is a large opportunity to capture by focusing on these areas.
So let's talk about Climate Week, your work with the UN, and just digitization, the task force that you're focusing on. How do you see things moving forward in the future? How did Climate Week and how does the work that the UN is doing, how is that progressing in terms of what you're doing with the SDGs and what your role is and really bringing awareness to the financial services community in general? The
financial sector, in many ways, people don't really connect with it. You know, it's a big beast that many people don't understand. But, you know, the financial sector is supposed to be, you know, safe harboring people's investments. It's their money that enables financial services sector to exist. So the digitization of finance can enable them to reconnect a bit more with it.